my STEM Legend students. Have a wonderful day. Welcome to the pilot episode of General Bio 1 by Senior High Tech TV. Diverse approach in understanding the study of life, which is biology. I am Teacher Ernest, and together we will discover how cells work harmoniously in the human body and even in plants and animals. But before that, let's have a short review of our past lesson about the cell theory through a multiple choice activity. I will read the question twice and you'll choose the letter of the correct answer. Who among the following scientists stated that all plants are made up of cells? I repeat, who among the following scientists stated that all plants are made up of cells? A. Matthias Leiden, B. Robert Hooke, C. Rudolf Virchow, and letter D. Tudor Swan. Very good. The answer is letter A. Number 2. Who first used the term cell within a cork under his own designed microscope? Again, who first used the term cell within a cork under his own designed microscope? Letter A. Matthias Leiden. Letter B. Robert Hooke. Letter C. Rudolf Virchow. I repeat, letter A. Matthias Leiden. Letter B. Robert Hooke. Letter C. Rudolf Virchow. And letter D. Tudor Swan. Correct! The answer is letter B. Who among the following biologists published convincing evidence that cells are derived from other cells as a result of cell division? Again, who among the following biologists published convincing evidence that cells are derived from other cells as a result of cell division? Letter A. Matthias Leiden. Letter B. Robert Hooke. Letter C. Robert Remak. And letter D. Tudor Swan. That's right! The answer is letter C. Seems like you really understood our past lesson. Now, what are the things you can see in this picture? Right! You can see plants, animals, and humans. Do you wonder how we humans, plants, and animals, and other living things share in common? You're right! We are all made up of cells. Do you also wonder how cells look like? We will discover the answer as we go on with our lesson for today. The major and subcellular organelles and its function. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to, number 1, identify the major and subcellular organelles of a cell. Number 2, describe the structure and function of the major and subcellular organelles of a cell. Cell is the smallest living unit of life and mostly microscopic. It cannot be seen by our naked eye, but it can be seen under a microscope. Now, let us explore the major and subcellular organelles of a cell. There are 3 major parts of a cell. First is the nucleus. Nucleus is the storehouse of the genetic information in the form of DNA inside the cells. Second is the cell membrane. Cell membrane forms the outer cell boundary that protects the cell contents and regulates what goes in and out of the cell. Third is the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance that fills the space between the nucleus and the cell membrane. If there are major organs in a cell, there are also organelles inside the cell. It's also called little organ that performs specific functions inside the cell. First is the manufacturing organelles. The endoplasmic reticulum is an extensive membrane complex extending throughout the cytoplasm from the outer membrane of the nuclear envelope. It contains about half of the cell's membranous tissue. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum: the rough endoplasmic reticulum that contains ribosomes that produce proteins, while the smooth endoplasmic reticulum manufactures lipids. We also have the Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus is also called the Golgi complex or Golgi body. This organelle looks like a stack of flattened water balloons. It processes the proteins produced by the endoplasmic reticulum and ribosomes, modifying and storing them until it packages them in vesicles. Second is the storage organelles. Under the storage organelles, we have the vesicles and the vacuoles. Let's have the vesicles. Vesicles are the membranous sacs that transport or store variety of compounds. And we also have vacuoles. Vacuoles are fluid-filled sac of the storage of materials needed by the cell that includes water, food molecules, inorganic ions, and enzymes. It is large in plant cells. Number 3 is the energy-producing organelles. We have the mitochondria and the chloroplasts. Mitochondria are peanut-shaped organelles found in both plants and animals. This is the site of cellular respiration, and they break down sugar to fuel the cell. And we also have chloroplasts. Chloroplasts occur only in plant cells. They contain chlorophylls, and photosynthesis occurs within them, allowing plant cells to form sugar from air and water in the presence of light. Number 4 is the breakdown organelles. Breakdown organelles are the lysosomes and peroxisomes. Lysosomes are round-shaped membrane-bound structures containing chemicals that can break down damaged or worn-out cell. They contain powerful enzymes that can defend a cell from invading bacteria and viruses. We have the peroxisomes. Peroxisomes are surrounded by a single membrane containing digestive enzymes for breaking down toxic materials. And finally, number 5, the structural support, movement, and communication organelles. Under this, we have the cytoskeleton, centrosome, and cilia and flagella. Cytoskeleton is made up of a small protein subunit forming along threads of fibers that can crisscross the entire cell, providing sturdy mechanical support. We have the centrosome. Centrosome is a small dense region of cytoplasm that serve as the main microtubule organizing center. We have the cilia and flagella. The cilia and flagella are the two locomotory projections in the eukaryotes. They allow the cell to move like an oar or a whip. Cilia look like hairs with much shorter in length. Flagella, on the other hand, look like a tail. Now know how tiny the size of the cell is, and we have already discovered its parts and functions. Now let us check if you really understood our lesson for today. What are the 3 major parts of a cell? Again, what are the 3 major parts of a cell? Very good. How do you compare the 3 major parts of a cell in the human body parts? Explain. Again, how do you compare the 3 major parts of a cell in a human body parts? Explain. And for your assignment, create a family analogy of the cell organelles. List the members of the family representing each of the major cell organelles. You can repeat the member of the family. Explain each member you selected and the specific cell organelle it represents. Relate with one another. We just learned that the cells and its organelles performs a specific role in our body. So, what we should do to have a healthy and functioning cell? Great! Taking good care of our body is very important to have a healthy body cells and reproductive cells. I hope that you learned a lot for today. Have a great day, everyone. I am Teacher Ernest, saying, eagerness to learn will lead you in the fulfillment of your dream. See you in the next episode. Bye!